of water there because I know you need one. Get a chance to take a deep breath because you think everything looks good, and next thing you know, you're scrapping for your life down the stretch there. Huh? That's college basketball, right?
Absolutely. You got to finish the game. I knew there was too much time, and obviously, you know, they got guys that can make shots, and give Marshall credit because, you know, they didn't give up, and I knew they wouldn't. I said it in the timeout that we got to guard the three-point line, and tough shots go, got to keep playing, and they did.
Let me start from the end, and then we'll work our way backwards, Donnie. You have that big lead, and now you got a 2-point ball game. You get a tie-up. The shot clock's got 16.5 to go. What you want to do in the huddle, and then what was executed out there.
That's exactly what we did. We drew up a play we haven't ran before. It was a screen-to-screener play. We screened and brought Keith to the basket if we could get a quick dump down. And then once that happened, that was Marcus who screened. His man helped. And then the four come and screen Marcus to the corner. And he had a nice little look there for a three-point shot.
We just watched the video with Tristan Spurlock, who did a great job. That gave Marcus that room there. I thought when it left his hand, it may have been short. What did you see as it left his hands?
Well, I was just hoping it went in. It was soft. And it went in. He got it up in the air at least. And finally, that's the first three he made. He had some good looks tonight that just didn't go down. But he made the one that mattered.
I was able to get a look, and Dad was up there cheering above as he saw Marcus make that shot. Let's go back, Donnie. The ball game, your team gets off to a great start. Keith Clant involved early. I know you felt that Keith could get some shots early. Their big guys had struggled with fouls, so it was a point of emphasis. How about Keith's quick start?
Yeah, we wanted to get him established early, Mark, and we thought to bring their bigs out away from the basket, and we did a good job, was patient. You know, I think he scored the first 11 points, and then we didn't do such a good job. I talked about it at halftime. Keith didn't get enough touches, and we needed to get him touches in the paint and also in the perimeter, and we started being very impatient, trying to take quick shots, and so I thought we were very patient in the second half. We worked the ball around, and I thought we did a good job.
Battled for some offensive rebounds. It led to Keith getting a couple of putbacks. It led to Isaiah Sykes doing what he does every game now. But Tristan Spurlock, right place, right time, couple of putback dunks for you.
Absolutely. I had on the board one of the two key factors. Number one, rebounding, because this is one of the best rebounding teams in the country.
Only fourth time they've been out-rebounded all year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And second thing was 50-50 balls. We talked about all those loose balls, all those hustle plays, and don't know how many we ended up getting, but I know there was 3-4 times that we got them with buckets, and I thought that was very important. Ended up making a difference, especially down the stretch.
What happened? You had the lead at 58-44, 3:16 to go. So what went wrong at that point?
Well, we were talking about switching, and we started switching down here, but we didn't stay with our guys a few times. And when teams start making threes, momentum matters. And we didn't do a good job staying with those guys, and they made some tough shots. Give them credit for that. But we got to do a good job defensively when we start switching there. And then we come down here, and we miss free throws. You got to go to the line. Even if they make shots, you got to execute, be strong, and come back down here and keep scoring because we had a 14-point lead. So we just needed to make sure we were continuing to get fouled and score on this end, even if we were giving up buckets.
Marcus struggled in the first half and was bothered and kind of had the body language. And yet what did he do in the second half, Donnie? He had 2 first-half points, had 13 in the second half, and even before that, 3. Did a lot of good things. What was the difference in the second half for him?
Well, I thought he deferred, and I thought that's what he's got to do, Mark. And we spaced it out, put the ball in his hands, and let him drive and make some extra passes. And then he was able to drive it and get to the rim a few times. So he stayed focused. I thought he had some good looks in the first half. It didn't go. But he was, hoping to get some calls, and you can't look at that. You got to be able to go in there and either get fouled or finish. And so the second half, I thought he'd come back with good composure. And here he was at Marshall not too long ago to take the shot here to help win the game, and he got it again tonight, and he made it.
What did you tell your team in the locker room after the game?
Well, I just put one word on the board, and that was finish. That's what we talk about. I'm not going to focus on what we didn't do. We'll learn from that tomorrow. We'll watch film on that. But the bottom line is we won the game, and I think that's the most important thing is finishing the game regardless of what happens. Crazy things happen in the games, and we'll learn from that, and we'll be there again, and hopefully we'll make the right choices.
Donnie, we may end up seeing Marshall again in a conference tournament.
Absolutely.
If you're a college basketball fan, these have been 2 great games that have been played. I know you have respect. You know so many players there. I know it was a tough night for DeAndre Kane, and you know what he's battling there as well. But from a college basketball standpoint, when you put all the other stuff aside, these teams have played 2 good games, haven't they?
Well, they really have. I got great respect for these kids here at Marshall, and obviously DeAndre Kane is a great kid, knew his father well, and in recruiting him. So my blessings go out to their family during this tough time, and obviously, those kids, I love those kids from Marshall that I recruited. They're good people, and they're still having a good year. They still got a lot of basketball to play.
Your team now has another opportunity, Donnie. A lot of basketball being played tonight. Now we go to Hattiesburg on Saturday. They're really good, playing very well. You got some confidence as you head towards that game. Give me a quick thought on the opportunity lies ahead.
Yeah, well, we get a chance to go back on the road. I mean, they have an 8 RPI mark, as we know, and obviously you're trying to improve your resume every time you get a chance. So it's another great opportunity for our team, even if it's on the road, to go in and play. And if you want to be in the upper echelon of your league, you got to be able to win on the road. And obviously, you're playing the first place team, and we're going to enjoy this victory tonight. And tomorrow we'll learn from this and focus on ourselves, and then we'll start getting ready for Southern Miss.
Congrats, Coach, on the win.
Thanks, Mark.
Donnie Jones stopping by as UCF wins it by a score of 67-60. Keith Clanton's going to sit down here and join us in just a moment, and we'll get Keith's thoughts before we wrap up. Now we're going to get Isaiah Sykes who's going to sit down. So Isaiah sits down and joins us. Get a chance to take a deep breath in the locker room for a moment after that crazy finish?
Yeah, a real bit deep breath.
Let's start, as I did with Coach Jones at the end. Inside the huddle, 2 seconds on the shot clock, 16.5 seconds in the game. Coach draws something up, and take me through what you saw on that play. I mean, you inbounded the ball.
Well, Coach came up with a great play. Marcus just set a down screen to do like a little misdirection, and they went forward, and he came right off until it was all in the flow and knocked the shot down.
When it left his hands, what'd you think?
I was just every shot one of my teammates take, I know they're going to win it and, make it. So I just go right there to rebound. If it come out, I want to go get that rebound. But if it go in, I'm going to get it.
What happened? You guys had a 14-point lead with 3:16 to go. Next thing you know, it's a 2-point game. What'd you guys do wrong?
Well, we kind of lost our composure a little bit and fed into what they was trying to do and within – trying to make us to get techs and get out of our focus. And then once we came together in the huddle and regroup, I think we focused more down the stretch.
Another solid game for you, 15 points and 10 rebounds. What makes a good offensive rebounder? Because you're one of them. What does a good offensive rebounder do?
Just being patient, just knowing where the ball from, knowing where your teammates like the shots and where most of their shots come off from, and just giving that extra effort just to go get it.
You were able to make some plays. There was a moment late in the basketball game where you could have pulled it back out, and yet their defense didn't come at you. It takes an experienced player to know when to do that. Is that what you saw? Hey, if they're not going to play defense, I'll get the easy two.
Yeah, well, our crowd been great all year, and I just want to give them something more to cheer them, a little more excitement, and let them know that we appreciate them coming out and supporting us.
If it wasn't Marshall, would you have still dunked it?
I would have done it regardless,
Tell me about these two games. I think there's a mutual respect among the two teams, all the stuff with Coach Jones, but you guys have played two really good games against Marshall, haven't you?
Yeah, we played two really good games. They unfortunately, they got the first one. We didn't execute on the stretch. They did, and then this time we went and watched film on it the last couple minutes of the half, and down the stretch where we needed to work on, that's where we went harder and focused more down the stretch in this game today.
You and Keith have become incredibly unselfish inside the lane. When traffic comes, you have a knack to finding each other, either he to you or vice versa. What's that like working with Keith down there?
We kind of know, I know Keith is a tough guy to guard, and they're going to come with a double. So, I just try to sneak behind the defense. And Keith, he's a great passer. And, he did a good job today in finding me and other guys and getting everybody else involved.
Taking a look on our monitor here of Keith with one of those assists to Isaiah Sykes for the finish right there. It's a good win tonight. We got another opportunity coming up at Southern Miss. I know you like to get back at them. Looking forward to Saturday's game?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We always looking forward to the next game. Next game is always our most important game. We don't look ahead. We just focus more on that game and take it one game at a time. 15
points, 10 rebounds, another double-double. Congratulations, Isaiah Sykes.
Thank you.
Knights win it by a score of 67-60. Wraps up our broadcast tonight. For a complete recap of this game, be sure to log on to UCFathletics.com. Knights are on the road in Hattiesburg coming up on Saturday for a big game against the Golden Eagles. Thanks for joining us for our broadcast tonight. Thanks to Scott Adams, who helped out with our broadcast as a statistician, and Taylor Young, my color analyst. Back at our studios, Brian Fritz as our scoreboard host and our producer, and the outstanding video service crew here at UCF for their great work. Thanks to Brian and the Sandman for their outstanding camera work, and the crew back in the production room as well. Marc Daniels saying so long from the UCF Arena. Final score tonight, UCF 67, Marshall 60. This has been UCF Basketball on the UCF IMG Sports Network.